Hi friends, happy Monday. Monday's what you make it. Life is what you make it. One thing I learned in my 40s was feelings. I feel like most of my life I spent in my brain. The oldest child of 3 kids. Felt like I had to be kind of the one who knew how to do the things, or all the oldest children, you know what I mean. You had older siblings, you know what I mean. I was that kid. But so I think you were just kind of in achievement mode, like a lot of people, and you just kind of stay focused on what's ahead, focused till you get to a certain age on what society thinks you should do. You don't really think about feelings. Sometimes they hurt. They're not so fun. So you just don't want to feel them. And then in my 40s, actually my 30s too, 20s, all the years, all the decades, there's kind of, you go through some hard times sometimes. Breakups, maybe divorce, especially when you have kids. And I learned if you avoid feeling the feelings, they just pile up, and eventually they come out. They're not going to stay there forever. So at some point you have to feel them. And it turns out it doesn't last a super long time. I think we're all afraid to feel the feelings because we think it's going to last hours or weeks or days. Like once you turn the faucet on, you can't turn it off. And it's not true. So there are studies that say 90 seconds is a timeline of how long your body reacts chemically to certain feelings, which are all created by our thoughts, right? We're fine until we have a thought about something that makes us sad. And so it's 90 seconds, and after that, you're choosing to feel that feeling. It's not the chemical reaction anymore, you're choosing it. So really, you just have to sit there for 90 seconds to feel those feelings, and then they'll slowly go away. And then they'll come back, you'll have it again, but you're slowly chipping away, especially if you're processing maybe some trauma things. As a child, I think people are still like digging into, issues that are causing our present day selves, issues that are from way back when. So as you're processing it, it doesn't have to last a long time. Just take little bites, just little bites. In divorce and COVID divorce, I kept thinking I wasn't going to have the bad thoughts, so I would throw them over a wall. So for a long time, I just kept throwing any negative thoughts I had, because I had to deal with these 2 kids, the world was falling apart, I also didn't have a job at the time. So I would just throw the hard thoughts over a wall and just deal with what was in front of me. And then eventually I realized there was a big pile on the other side of that wall. So I had to go deal with the pile. And it took like little bites of just feeling the feelings. And another piece I learned was learning about, I knew a lot of people love Brené Brown. Learned a lot about men and shame, and I think their experience over the thousands of years of our world and coupling after we left our nomadic villages, and the roles of men and women in these environments, and how men are definitely taught obviously much less than women, to feel the feelings. So they've been keeping these feelings bottled up even longer, and it's so ingrained. So just to allow themselves to do that is such a huge step and so hard. And I think as we're raising boys and men in this next version, this next generation, I think teaching them how to feel their feelings, and that it's okay, and that, again, it doesn't last forever, doesn't make you less manly or whatever that means anymore. But I think the more we can help boys and men to learn to also feel their feelings, I think will help and benefit everyone. That and communication, that is the root of all things. There's my 2 cents. I never record myself making videos or talking about my waxing poetic on many deep thoughts by Ashley. But also roller skating, big proponent. It's moving your body, getting outside. Also just walking, doing anything outside and moving your body is another way to process your feelings and just to feel better. It's done lots of studies on this, I'm sure you've heard, especially being in nature. And also like putting in a little bit of grass. Trying to force my teenagers to do these things, so a little bit every day. All right, happy Monday, y'all. Come on. Spread that good energy.